Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name's Julie and I am doing Slimming World and I'm trying to lose weight, and at the moment it's a bit of a struggle, but I've got up this morning and I'm feeling a lot more positive with the world. I got up and put my kit on, did about half an hour's work, and then around 8 o'clock-ish I went and did my workout. So I'm very sweaty. It is now, what time is it now? I can't even see my screens. It's now 9 o'clock. I've just been back on and just done a bit more work, and I'm going to go and grab a shower. I just wanted to check my emails and messages before I went to have a shower. Workout went really well today. It was the cardio one and it actually felt relatively easy. It actually wasn't too bad. I don't mean easy as in like it was a breeze, but I mean I managed it all, and I managed all of it. Didn't feel like I couldn't do it at any point, so yeah, it's really sort of given me a boost. I feel great, and yeah, I feel like today's going to be a good day. I did a weigh-in this morning before I did my exercise because I want to have a true reflection rather than it being post-sweat, and it was a maintain. Obviously I think I probably will include, oh no, I might do my weigh-in update separately, so you'll probably see that before you see this video anyway. But yeah, on my scales it was maintained, but obviously I'm going to group later. But at group I'll have had my breakfast and my lunch and any snacks, and I'll be dressed with the shoes on. So I'm anticipating that it probably will be like up to half a stone gain, because I can be half a stone different at night to the morning, there's no doubt about it, particularly because I don't go to the loo very often. So yeah, I'm totally expecting that. I'm just hoping it doesn't affect my mood, because yesterday my mojo was particularly at an all-time low. So and yet today I feel great. So I really don't want it to affect me mentally. That's why I weighed this morning. I really need to see that. Obviously I ate out last Wednesday and had cocktails, and I ate out on Bank Holiday Monday. So it was really good to see that I'd stayed the same, even though I had the rocky road yesterday. So it's good to see that obviously my working out and my walking and various other things are helping with the odd treat, so that I know that when I do get to my target weight I should be able to maintain it. Obviously at the moment I don't really want to be maintaining, I want to carry on losing, but with how I was feeling yesterday I'm really quite happy with that. So yeah, I'm going to quickly go and grab my shower now, and when I have something to eat I will show you. I'm not sure whether to have breakfast and lunch or whether just to try and combine them into like a brunch, and have them sort of mid-morning, so that I've got time for them to sort of work their way through the system before I go for my weigh-in. My weigh-in is at 4:45. I went for the early one. There's 3 sessions now, so I went for the earlier one out of the 3. So yeah, I'm just going to hope for the best really, and I shall catch you when I have something to eat. It's 11:20 and this is my brunch. I've gone for, it's a bit like a Welsh rarebit really. I looked at a couple of different recipes and just kind of made it up. So this is it's actually white bread, not Neville's bread. It's 60 grams of white bread. So I'm probably going to sin that rather than use it as a healthy extra B. Or I might count it as healthy extra B and then add some sins on top. I just fancied that. I have got Neville's bread in, but the Neville's bread is quite dry now, and I just fancied some of the bakery white bread. So I'm going to have that, and on top of it I've got 40 grams worth of my 50% lighter mature cheese that's been really finely grated. I've mixed it with an egg, some Worcester sauce, a bit of milk, some cayenne pepper, and I think that might have been it. And I basically mixed it all up, put it on top of some toast, and then stuck it under the grill. It wasn't quite ready, so I put it in the oven for a little bit, and then I've served that with lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes with a bit of balsamic over the top, and 2 slices of ham. So that's all my speed. There's some free there, just some protein. So this will be whatever sins I use for the bread. Obviously the cheese is my healthy extra A, and that's it. So I'm going to tuck in and enjoy this now. I just fancy something different, and I don't know why this popped into my head, but it did. So please don't slate me if you are actually Welsh, because I'm sure it's nothing like the real thing. It's just kind of like an intermediary between cheese on toast and Welsh rarebit. So I'm going to try and see what it's like. It might be horrible, but I shall let you know. Good evening. I've not been on here much today. It's been another crazy busy day. Work's been pretty busy. And then obviously I logged off, went to my actual group. I was going to say virtual group. It wasn't my virtual group, it was my real group. So my weigh-in was 4:45, so we left home early enough to get there and park up, make sure we were there on time. And then we had weigh-in for 15 minutes, then half an hour of image therapy. Obviously we got given the book that everyone's got, which is the 4-week sort of journal book. I thought there'd be more in here about, like, with some recipe ideas, and it's actually just really a bit of a diary and a looking back at what you've done and what you could have done and that kind of thing. But I got my Body Magic. This was the we got voted by the group, so I got the Body Magic star voted by the group, and I finally got all my certificates. So I've got a right haul of certificates. So these are all certificates that I've gained during lockdown in virtual groups, and all of my stickers. Be careful not to lose my stickers. So I've got my Club 10 free week, literally loads of stickers. I got Slimmer of the Week. I got another Slimmer of the Week. I got another Slimmer of the Week. I got my 1 Stone Award. I got my, I think they're in the wrong order, Slimmer of the Month. Another Slimmer of the Week. Another Slimmer of the Week. I got a Silver Body Magic. I got a Bronze Body Magic and a load of stickers stuck to the front of it by the looks of it. I got another Slimmer of the Week. I got another Slimmer of the Week. I got another Slimmer of the Week. I got my 1.5 Stone Award. I got my 2 Stone Award. I got my 2.5 Stone Award. And I got a Slimmer of the Month. So I did pretty well from a certificate point of view over lockdown. I'm quite happy with all that. Obviously I've got all my stickers that I can stick onto the back of my book, all my shinies. So yeah, as for group today, I weighed this morning before I went to group, like first thing as I normally would, and it was actually showing a maintain. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not. It was actually showing a maintain on the scales. But I knew that after a day of eating and wearing clothes and shoes, I was going to obviously put weight on. And the damage wasn't as bad as I thought. It was actually 2.5 pounds. So I'm quite happy with that. Obviously it's a bit of a knock because it means I'm now further away from my 3 Stone Award than I was before. But yeah, as for group, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep going. I didn't get a huge amount out of it. The seats are so far spread apart that you can't even speak to the person next to you. We've all got face masks on, so you can't hear what anyone's saying. Because we're not sitting just round in a circle, if someone behind you's talking, you're trying to turn around to listen, and it's just so hard to hear anybody. The setup of it's fine, you know, you queue up, you put your card in yourself, and obviously pay, and then you go over and you put your card yourself, and that you get weighed, and then she gives you a post-it note with your weight on, so you write it in your book yourself. It's all very well organised from that point of view. But I just didn't feel the same. So I'll give it another chance. Obviously, I'll go again next week and see how I feel. But for me, also because it's broken down into 3 groups, some of the people that I really, really like weren't on my group. So it feels like the community's gone a little bit. What is interesting is that the people that we were on the Zoom with, you feel so much closer to them, like you know them far, far more. I think probably because you've been in their house with them over the past few months, and we've gone through all lockdown together and all of the challenges. It was amazing though that there were some people that had put on a huge amount of weight. I mean, like as in 29.5 pounds or something in weight. So I'm so glad I did the virtual group. I don't regret it at all. In fact, I think I'd rather carry on doing that really. Obviously, it's not cost effective really to do online with the app. So I've got a lot of decisions to make really as to what I do next. But I have come away feeling a little bit more inspired for this week, and hopefully I can stay on track. I definitely want to lose at least that 2.5 pounds this week. So that's my main goal. So yeah, back to group, but definitely not back to normal. So I shall let you know what I decide anyway. Obviously, like I say, I'll go next week and perhaps a couple more just to give it a bit of a try. Certainly don't really want to stop going this side of Christmas really if I can avoid it, because I think that would be a mistake, but we'll see what happens. But if I can get myself to target and I'm not paying, then I won't feel quite so bad about it. But yeah, so watch this space. I got back from group and then I had to pop round to my neighbour's to sort his laptop out again, so I did my IT support bit. Come home and I've started to do dinner. I've quickly had to send some emails for work, so I've done that too. I'm doing battered chicken in the Actifry, which is a Slimming Eats recipe. I think it works out to be 1.5 sins each. Then I'm just stir frying some veg and I'm just boiling some rice to go with it. So it's going to be quite a simple dinner. I'm probably just going to have a bit of sweet chilli sauce over the top. I'm not making any elaborate sauce or anything tonight because I just can't be bothered, to be honest. It's a bit late in the day for that. It's currently 20 to 9 now, so I want to eat for 9 o'clock if I can. And I'll show you when I dish it out. Here is my dinner. I've got a load of white rice under there, which is free. I've got a load of vegetables mixed into it that are frozen mixed veg, which are a mixture of free and speed. And then over here I've got some stir-fried vegetables. There are onions, carrots, peppers and broccoli, so they're all speed. And they've just been stir-fried in a tiny bit of sesame oil. And then over here I've got some chicken that's been done in a homemade sort of batter, which is using the Slimming Eats website recipe. And for a fourth of the portion, it said 1.5 sins. I must admit I've given more to the others than I've got to myself. And Luna's had a bit, so I don't think I've got a quarter of the portion here, because there isn't much at all. If you look, there's probably about 3 or 4 pieces of chicken. But that's 1.5 sins. I'm probably going to only count a sin for it because I really don't think, I haven't got anywhere near as much as everyone else. I've drizzled some of the light sweet chilli sauce over the top and some hoisin sauce, so I'll put some sins on screen for that. But apart from the white bread I had earlier, I don't think I've had many sins today, so that should be okay. I don't think I'll be having any pudding because we haven't got anything in really, so I think this will be me done for the day when I've had it. It's also 9 o'clock, so I don't think I'm going to have a chance to eat anything else. So yeah, that's me done for the day, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the next one. Bye. I've decided to have some of these fish and chips, and these are 6 sins. And I think that probably takes me right up to my sin total for the day. But I just feel like I need it. So yeah, I'm having this now. I think for tomorrow, I'm going to try and set myself a bit of a plan for the next week. Meal plan and plan of action. So I'm going to set myself a target that I'm either going to do a big walk once a day or a workout. At the moment I'm still finishing off my 80-day obsession, so I'm still doing those workouts. I've said one this morning and I'm doing one tomorrow lunchtime. So I'm going to try and set myself a bit of a target for how much I'm drinking, try and get myself back into the swing of it and get back on plan. Perhaps think about what meals I'm going to have over the next week to try and set myself up a little bit. I might even think about going to Iceland and getting some of the Slimming World meals in, because they're just handy if you're having a bit of a weak spot and you're struggling a bit with time, especially when it comes to prep. So I might even go and get some of those just so I've got some in, so that if everyone else wants to have fish and chips and stuff, I've got something as a backup plan for me. Really feeling motivated now to have a good week. So yeah. Thank you for watching this far, and obviously keep watching if you want to see how I'm going to get on this week. I definitely am aiming for losing that 2.5 pounds minimum. I definitely want to try and still get to my 3 stone by the end of this month. You know, we're going to fast approach to Christmas. My birthday's in November, so I'd like to shift a little bit more before my birthday if I can. I definitely want to be under 11 in time for my birthday. So I've got plenty of targets in mind. I think I'm going to sit and set some out in my bullet journal, so I've actually put them in writing so I can see them clearly. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow for the next one. Good morning, it's Thursday and it is the 3rd of September today. I've got up, I'm really tired. I think it's just been a long week. I've got a really busy day ahead today. I'm logged on to work already. It's 7:30. Well, it's about 20 to 8 now, but I've been logged on since before 7:30. Do you have a sip of my coffee? There's quite a lot going on today. I'm going to try and fit my workout in at lunchtime. I've got quite a lot to do this morning before that, and then at some point Ewan wants me to dye his hair back to brown because it's currently dyed grey and I think he might get into trouble at school for it, and he's at school tomorrow. He also wants me to try and cut his hair, and he wants to go out this evening just for a last time of going out before he goes back to school. So I feel like I've got a lot on, a lot of pressure. I was also supposed to be calling to my mum and dad's today at some point, but I just feel like there's just no time to do anything. So it's a bit of a manic day. I've just sat and stuck all of my stickers back onto my book. So I've now got, that's the front bit with all my Slimmer of the Month and some of my Slimmer of the Week and my Body Magic, and then on the back I've now got all my Slimmer of the Week and my Club 10, and then I've got my half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. So I only had half a stone on here before lockdown. So that's all the stuff I've earned since lockdown. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm so pleased that I did it because, you know, hearing the stories last night and people coming back having gained like a minimum of £10, some people like nearly £30 in weight. I'm so glad that I decided to join the virtual groups and keep myself on track and keep going. And so yeah, it's now that I'm worried about myself, because now that things are going back to normal, we're back out in the open and more likely to eat out and have to make difficult choices and be open to temptation. Obviously we've got the journal that they've given us from group, so I'm going to try and have a look at that at some point. Like I say, I thought it might have some meal ideas and a bit of a meal plan in there just to sort of help get you on track, but it doesn't. It's purely like a journal and making you think things through, and a lot of it's thinking about how, you know, what you did in lockdown, but actually I'm quite pleased with what I did in lockdown, so I don't think a lot of it necessarily applies to me. So yeah, and I want to obviously try and keep some of the habits that I've developed over lockdown, such as the exercising a lot and stuff. I want to try and keep those going. But yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm having for breakfast yet or when I'm having it. It's too early at the moment. I just feel tired and just don't feel like eating anything right now. I really need to have a good day on plan today, so I'm going to try and set myself a bit of a plan of action. I think I mentioned it briefly yesterday, that I'm going to try and do either a decent walk, so like try and get my 10,000 steps in, or I'm going to try and do my workout. So obviously I'm working out today, worked out yesterday, so it'll only be a short walk today, I should imagine, with Luna, but yeah, so I'm going to try and do that. I do need to go back to upping my fluid intake, because that has dramatically dropped. When I'm exercising, I might get through a bottle of water, but apart from that, I'm struggling to drink the water, and I'm only having a couple of hot drinks, so I'm really not drinking enough, which obviously isn't going to help things. So I need to try and deal with that. And I just need to cut the snacks out. I've got into the habit of, you know, if the kids have got sweets and I'm walking by, I'll take a couple of sweets and just... So I need to really be strict on myself and cut out all the bad stuff that I've started to sneak back in again. But today's a fresh day and I'm starting a fresh week today, so you know, there's plenty to pay for. I've got nothing planned apart from obviously going out with you in this evening. I don't think I've got anything planned this week that's going to get in the way of me getting a good loss this week, so there's no excuse. I really want to try and have a good one, really, so that I can knock that, you know, artificial scales end of day weigh-in gain off and actually a bit more. I was so close to my 3 stone and I've gone a bit further away from it, so I really want to try and get that. So that's my goal and my target. So anyway, I'll show you when I have my breakfast. I was going to say my meal, but it's my breakfast. And I should catch you in a bit. Just popping back on to say, this community on YouTube is amazing. Some of the comments I've had on my last video have really helped and really inspired me. You know, people saying that they've had similar struggles, and also, you know, look how far you've come and be positive and stuff, and it's really helped. I've just sat and stuck all my stickers on my book and it's completely covered. So between that and reading your comments, I feel completely, you know, motivated and positive. I've just sat and written down what I'm going to have today for breakfast and lunch. So I'm going to have porridge, I think, for my breakfast, and then for my lunch I'm going to try and make a soup. So I feel in control and very positive. So thank you all of you very much. It's much appreciated. So yeah, and I shall show you when I have my breakfast. For my breakfast today, I'm having porridge, which is my healthy extra B. So it's 40 grams of porridge oats. I've got 100 ml of skim milk out of my first healthy extra A, and 100 ml of water. I've got raspberries and blueberries for speed, and then on the top I've got a tiny bit of sugar-free syrup, which is sin-free. So it's a sin-free breakfast using my healthy extra B and part of healthy extra A, and I shall catch you later for my lunch. Hi, I've done my legs workout. It was the phase 1 legs workout from phase 1 and we're obviously in peak week, so really enjoyed it. Got it done, had a quick shower, hence the wet hair, and I'm just having something to eat now, so I'll show you what I've got. I have gone for Heinz tomato soup. So this is a full tin in this bowl, and that's 4 sins, which I don't think is too bad actually for Heinz tomato soup. I mean, obviously I can make it myself for free, but in all honesty I haven't got time, so I actually don't think that's too bad. And then with it I've just got a banana. So I know there's not a huge amount of speed apart from the fact that's tomato soup, so I'm assuming there is tomatoes in there. But yeah, that's all I'm having. I'm not having any bread with it or anything like that. So I'm currently on 4 sins for the day, because my breakfast is my healthy extra B and half an healthy extra A for porridge. So this 4 sins is all I've had so far sin wise. I shall catch you later for my evening meal. Hello, I've not been on for a while. I logged off work probably about 4:15. Went out with you, and we were originally going to go just junction 28 and go and have a wander up there. I think he's a bit apprehensive about going to school tomorrow. But when we were on our way, he changed his mind. So we went to have a look around IKEA instead, and then went to Starbucks and got a coffee. So I've got a skinny latte, well, did have, it's gone now, using milk out of my healthy extra A. I haven't had a huge amount. I had 100 ml in my porridge this morning, and apart from that I've probably had 1 or 2 drinks with a tiny amount of milk in, so that's probably my first healthy extra A gone now. We were going to go to McDonald's to get him a McDonald's for tea, but the queue out of the drive-through was unbelievable, so we didn't bother. So I came home and I said I'll order pizza. On the Compare the Meerkats app you get 50% off Papa John's all week now, so I got a voucher for that. And I've ordered an extra large and a large pizza. I'm not going to show it you. I'll show you the box if you can see it over there. Can you see it over there? Yeah, there. I think it's there. My eyesight's terrible. Yeah, it's there. That's all I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you the actual pizza. But I'm not having any. I'm going to try and stay strong. So I've roasted 2 chicken breasts that were left over from when I made dinner the other day, yesterday I think it was. So I'm going to have chicken with some salad and probably the leftover rice from yesterday's dinner as well. I might even treat myself to an egg. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually. Might do I've got a few mushrooms, straggly mushrooms left, so I might have some of that with it as well. So yeah, and I've got in and I've had some mince that needed using, so I've actually got my slow cooker out. It's not very often I use my slow cooker since I've had my Instant Pot, but I've got my slow cooker out and I've just chucked in the ingredients to make a chilli, well, kind of a chilli. I've put carrots in it, I've put courgettes in it, onions, tomatoes. I don't think I had any peppers, so I haven't put any peppers in it. But I basically chuck in what I can find. I might even put some frozen green beans and sweet corn in when it's cooked and heat it through. And I always make my own. I don't use a packet mix or anything, so I've got chilli in there, I've got paprika, I've got cumin, coriander, and I couldn't tell you the measurements because I just basically like eyeball it. I've done chilli that way for years. It always turns out different every time, but it always tastes nice. So it's probably not authentic chilli, but I don't care. That's what we like. So I've got that on the slow cooker. I've got it on high. I'm going to cook it until I go to bed, and then I'm going to switch it off. Sometimes I leave it on low overnight, but I'm going to actually switch this one off because I don't know if we're having it for tea tomorrow or not, or whether I'm just going to freeze it. Or have it for lunch. So I've got some baking potatoes, so we could either make it into wedges or have it with a jacket potato or something. But if we don't, I can freeze it. In the Instant Pot, I've put in some carrot and red lentil soup for tomorrow. I really wanted to do it today, but I just ran out of time. So I had tin soup today that's 4 sins, but this will obviously be sin free. It's literally half an onion because that's all I had left. Several carrots. Probably, I mean, I got the wonky carrots. There was some broken and some big. Probably, I'd say probably about 8 carrots of mixed size. So chucked all that in. I did actually peel it. I wasn't going to peel them, but I did actually peel them in the end because they looked a little bit like they needed a peel. what else have I put in there? 2 cups of red lentils, a jug of stock, and I've put in some ginger, some cumin, some turmeric. I think that was it. Some salt and pepper. So yeah, hopefully I'll blitz it down. It's in the Instant Pot for like 3 minutes once it comes to pressure. But the good thing with that is I can just leave that, like I can leave the slow cooker and I can wander upstairs, and if I can, the pressure will release out on its own if I don't release it, and I can just blitz it down. I want it to be a smooth soup anyway. Oh, a tin of tomatoes. It's got a tin of tomatoes in as well. No idea what it's going to be like. But yes, that's the Instant Pot. And then over the weekend, if I get a chance, I'm going to make leek and potato soup. So I've got some leeks. I've also got some broccoli and cauliflower that I want to use, and I keep meaning to do a cauliflower and broccoli cheese, but to be honest, I've been kind of up there on my milk and cheese during the week, so, and I wasn't going to make it today just for me, so I might do that tomorrow, but it all depends on time. So once I've got my dinner out, I'll show it you in a moment. I'm actually going to log back onto work because I've still got some work to finish. It is 7:30, so I'm going to probably go and do another hour's work before I relax for the evening. So yeah. I don't know if I did tell you I worked out earlier, I think. Didn't go out for Luna's dog walk day though, and I really hate missing the dog walk because it's one bit I do like to relax after work and also to get some steps in, but I just didn't think I could do it all. Oh, that's it. I also cut, I dyed Ewan's hair at lunchtime before I did my workout, and then I've cut his hair tonight. So that's another thing ticked off the list before he goes to school tomorrow. So yeah, it's been a busy day. I don't feel too bad at the moment, not too tired. So like I say, I'm going to prepare my dinner, leave the other things to cook, and then I'm going to go and try and finish my work so I can sit down and watch a bit of TV and relax before I go to bed. And I'll show you when I get my dinner out. Also, apologies for all of this behind me. It's that time of year. I mean, I put the washer on this morning, and when the washer had finished, it looked really grim. So I'd left the washing in there for a bit because I was busy. But then when we come to hang it out, it still didn't look much better. So we hung it on the area inside, and then hey presto, the sun came out, so it could have gone outside. But you guarantee the minute you peg it out, it goes overcast again. So we just left it on the rack just to dry off. It will get to that weird time of year where it's not necessarily warm enough inside because the heating's not on to dry the washing, but it's not always warm enough outside. My garden only gets sun for a certain amount of time before it sort of goes round behind the house and the garage. Because we're a 3-storey house, we don't get the sun for that long. So unless you can get it out really early in the day, there's not much point in hanging it out. So yeah, so you might see this, might become a regular occurrence for a bit, my washing behind me, but I'm sure your houses are exactly the same, and I can't hide them away. That's just my life, I'm afraid. So yeah, you might see bits of washing and various other things hanging around. I also think my tumble dryer is on its way out because you switch it on and it can be on for 5 minutes sometimes before it suddenly decides to start kicking in. We've had it for probably 15.5 years, so we haven't done too badly out of it. But I guarantee as soon as it hits the winter and we need it, that's when it's going to go. So that would just be my luck. Anyway, I'll show you when I get my dinner out, and that's it. So here is my evening meal. I've got all of the rice that was left over from yesterday. It's just got a bit of mixed veg mixed in, so that's sin-free. I've got some mushrooms for speed, and under here there's some salad leaves, some carrots and some peppers, which are all for speed too. And then I've got a chicken breast that's just had some herbs and a tiny bit of buffalo sauce, literally just a drizzle over the top, so I'm going to count that's free. And a fried egg just to sort of go with my rice. So that's my dinner, and I'll show you the other bits. So this is the soup. It's finished in the Instant Pot, and I've just used my stick blender to blend it down. It tastes nice actually. I think when I serve it, I might add a bit more liquid to it just to water it down a bit, because the lentils have a habit of really thickening it. So when I heat it up tomorrow, I will probably add a bit more fluid, and I might even add a bit of Greek yogurt just to make it a little bit creamy. But I'll probably leave it in here. I'll probably put the lid on. I probably will leave it in here overnight to cool down because, well, I might put it into bowls to cool down. I'm not sure yet. I can't put it in the fridge. It's way too hot at the moment. And here is my chilli that I've started making. So it's not even started to really come to the boil yet. But you can see there's courgettes and all sorts in there. Oh, it's got mixed taco beans from Aldi that's in the sauce, that's sin-free. Tin of beans, tin of tomato, no, a carton of passata. I didn't put a tin of tomatoes in here. I probably will do that when it's cooked just to loosen it off a bit. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm a bit of a messy cook though, look at the state of that. But yeah, so it's on high at the moment, and then I shall turn it down or switch it off overnight and then reheat it tomorrow. So I'm feeling quite in control today, and it's a good feeling. So I feel like I've got things in place for tomorrow. There has been talk about us having a takeaway tomorrow, so at least now I've got these things prepared. I will feel like I don't have to have it if I don't want to. See how I feel tomorrow, but if not, I've got food prepared for a couple of days as well for next week. So yeah, it's been a good day on plan. I don't know if I'm going to have any snacks or not, because I honestly don't know if I've got anything in. I have got sins left, so I shall show you if I have anything.